David Hatcher Childress, born June 1, 1957, is an American author, and the owner of Adventures Unlimited Press, a publishing house established in 1984 specializing in books on unusual topics such as ancient mysteries, unexplained phenomena, alternative history, and historical revisionism. His own works primarily concentrate on lost cities, including Atlantis and Lemuria plus pole shifts and the Hollow Earth, as well as pre-Columbian trans-oceanic contact, suppressed technology, Nikola Tesla and free energy and UFOs and ancient astronauts and anti-gravity and vimana aircraft, and secret societies, including the Knights Templar, plus more recently time travel and cryptozoology, yeti and sasquatch. Childress refers to himself as a rogue archaeologist. Biography. Born in France to American parents, and raised in Colorado and Montana, United States, Childress went to University of Montana Missoula to study archaeology, but left college in 1976 at 19 to begin traveling in pursuit of his archaeological interests. After several years in Asia and then Africa, Childress moved in 1983 to Stell, Illinois, a community founded by New Age writer Richard Keenenger. Childress had been given one of Keenenger's books while touring Africa. Childress chronicled his explorations in the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s in his Lost Cities and Ancient Mysteries series of books. Childress's first book, A Hitchhiker's Guide to Africa and Arabia, was published in 1983 by Chicago Review Press. In 1984, Childress moved to Kempton, Illinois, and established a publishing company named Adventures Unlimited Press, which is a sole proprietorship. His company published his own works and then those of other authors, presenting fringe scientific theories regarding ancient civilizations, cryptozoology, and little-known technologies. In 1992, Childress founded the World Explorers Club, which occasionally runs tours to places he writes about, and publishes a magazine called World Explorer. Childress has appeared on NBC, The Mysterious Origins of Man, Fox Network, Sightings and Encounters, Discovery Channel, A&E, and History, e.g. Ancient Aliens, to comment on subjects such as the Bermuda Triangle, Atlantis, and UFOs. Since first entering the industry in 1984, Childress has been involved in two lawsuits regarding publishing, one, concerning the Kennedy assassination, failed after expiry of a statute of limitations, and the other, involving an unpublished master's thesis about UFOs written in 1950, was settled out of court. Childress writes humorously about these suits in his 2000 autobiography A Hitchhiker's Guide to Armageddon. Childress has been interviewed on several radio programs. Criticism. Patrick D. Nunn, a professor of geography at the University of the Sunshine Coast, has noted that Childress is a proponent of pseudoscientific claims such as the lost continent Mu and megaliths on the Pacific Islands built by levitation. Nunn has written that the disappearance of Mu is very convenient because it means that theorists like Childress can say what they like and appear convincing to people who are comparatively uninformed, as many naturally are, of the huge body of scientific information on Pacific geology and cultures. Historical archaeologist Charles E. Orser, editor of International Journal of Historical Archaeology, has criticized Childress's writings. Pseudo-archaeologists continue to perpetuate the idea that Atlantis was a racialized place. David Hatcher Childress, one of the most flagrant violators of basic archaeological reasoning, has provided perhaps the most outrageous racialized vision of Atlantis. In discussing Tiahuanaco in Bolivia as a palace built long before any native South Americans were present, Childress proposes that the majestic site could only have been constructed by the Atlantean League. The League was composed of mythic seafarers who sailed the world spreading a megalithic culture, and wore red turbans over their blonde hair. Childress 1986, 139, emphasis added. Nowhere did Plato, the only actual source on Atlantis, mention the blonde hair of the Atlanteans. Plato did mention that the men and women of Atlantis, being semi-divine, were inherently good. The correlation between goodness and whiteness is thus obvious in Childress's formulation and in much else that has been written about Atlantis. Charles E. Orser, Race and Practice in Archaeological Interpretation.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.